Hey guys, shoe time. What are we going to read today? I'll tell you what we're going to read today. Couple things. Couple things on my mind. Actually, only one thing on my mind, but it's going to be expressed in a couple different ways.
Couple things on my mind. Actually, only one thing on my mind, but it's going to be
double dose of yogi. No one needs that early in the morning or even late at night, for that matter, depending on where you are. Hi, Ellie. Ellie, how are you, my friend? So we got a bobcat supposedly in the neighborhood, so we're going to be out. I'm going to be out looking for it. Maybe I'll see it. If not, maybe I'll see a fox or a beaver or a coyote. Ellie, I'm good. How are you? Ellie says I'm not bad. I'm better than yesterday. I'm glad that you're better than yesterday. Always good, isn't it? Hey, Anna. Anna, I was smiling at you because I've read what you said over at Cats, and you were exactly right. Yogi is probably eating an apple, and I had just taken a bite of an apple when you wrote that, or I just took my last bite of an apple when you wrote that. I was most certainly eating an apple. Anna says, morning to Ellie. Hey, Lucy. Lucy says, hello. How are you this morning? My guess is, Lucy, you haven't been to bed yet, have you? That's my guess. I could be wrong. Cat says, good morning, sweet Yogi. Good morning, beautiful cat. All right. Lesson 189. I love lesson 189. Lesson 189 is, I feel the love of God within me now. To truly feel the love of God within me now means that whoever crosses your path, you look and you see the love of God within them. This is no easy task. It is, but it isn't. It is because it's completely natural. It's who we are. It's who everyone is. So to recognize yourself means you got to recognize it in everyone. Everyone. And that's hard because we don't want to see it. We don't want to see the worst possible example showing up on our doorstep, showing up in our live stream, showing up wherever. We don't want to see that, yes, even they contain the love, the light of God. If I need to see it in myself, and I do, I'm given these perfect opportunities. Lesson 189 reminds us that today we pass illusions as we seek to reach to what is true in us. It means we see through the illusion of other people, what they're bringing to us. It appears that they're bringing anger. It appears that they're bringing discontent, resentment, grievances. We had some grievances last night on the live stream. Imagine that. 1-2 weeks after the fact, whatever that fact might have been, grievances are still being held for something so trivial. And yet, when someone shows up at the grievance, do I want to see the grievance, or do I want to see the person that is seeking to hold on to those grievances? That's the test. That's what comes to each and every one of us every day. What do we want to see? We want to see the illusion that we've created through our projection, or do we want to see the reality that is existing within each and every one of us? So today we pass illusions as we seek to reach to what is true in us and feel its all-embracing tenderness. I think this is one of the most beautiful lessons. It's love which knows us as perfect in itself. It's sight which is a gift. It's love bestows on us. We learn the way today. It is as sure as love itself to which it carries us, for its simplicity avoids the snares, the foolish convolutions of the world's apparent reasoning, but serves to hide. Sienna says, I'm so grateful and thankful to be alive, to be here with all of you, Yogi. I am grateful for all of that as well. And most particularly, Anna, I am grateful for you. Cat is out of the chat, but listening. It's going to be a short one, as I'm going to be out looking for bobcats. Or a bobcat. So, here's the most beautiful part. Here's the most beautiful part. So how do we do this? How do we see the light of God within ourselves, within the light of others? It's got to be a complicated plan, right? It's got to be the hardest thing in the world to do, because if it was easy, wouldn't we all be doing it all the time? Wouldn't our life be smooth and easy? No complaints about ourselves, no complaints about others. So it's got to be a pretty complicated plan. Hours and years of meditation, secret mantras and mudras, yoga postures, course principles that are for advanced teachers only, right? Nope. I love the words that begin with simply do this. Be still. Hey, Nino. Be still and lay aside all thoughts of what you are and what God is. All concepts you have learned about the world, all images you hold about yourself. Empty your mind of everything it thinks is either true or false or good or bad, of every thought it judges worthy, and all the ideas of which you are ashamed of, which it is ashamed of. Hold on to nothing. Do not bring with you one thought the past has taught, nor one belief you have ever learned before from anything. One belief you've learned before from anything. Forget this world, forget this course, forget the Course of Miracles, forget yoga, forget meditation, forget breath work, and come with wholly empty hands unto your God. The God that you think is God is not the true God. The Tao that can be told is not the true Tao. Course of Miracles says we say God is, and then we fall silent. Because anything that comes would be a description of a description, symbols of symbols twice removed. Lucy says I'm going to be going to sleep soon, so I probably won't be in the afternoon or evening live stream. I'm so tired. I bet. Definitely get some rest, Lucy. You know, I hope you're well, my friend. Lucy said they'll go to sleep after this live stream. I'm not leaving yet, Anna. Everything that you think is true about someone, something else, is a concept. It's a belief. Can you imagine forming an opinion about someone that you just met because of one encounter? And yet we do that all the time. Not only that, we do that about ourselves. You know what? When we wake up, we're brand new. When we wake up, literally, out of bed in the morning, or literally waking up as described in yoga or Buddhism or Course in Miracles or Taoism. When we wake up to the reality of who we are, there is no past. Hey, Carl. Today's Catholic Church Sunday. You going to church today, Carl? So this is what Lesson 189 is telling us to do. Be still and lay aside all thoughts of what you are and what God is. Don't fall back into that God is this, God is that, God is whatever. Let's see. Here we go. Back in the chat. Ellie's saying hi to everyone. Carl, I read that. Carl, it's Catholic Church Sunday. We start over again. Not only that, Lucy, we're brand new. We are brand new every moment. My friend Robert Saltzman, who I'm a little bit afraid to bring up on a live stream with me, because he is about as tough as they come. He doesn't entertain any nonsense whatsoever. He has sat with me and removed concept after concept after concept, and if I add anyone in, he goes concept. Anyway, he likes it as each moment is a once upon. Never going to happen again. You are brand new right now. You don't need to bring any thought of the past. Hey, Solana, my friend. He says, Carl, could you please explain why you don't like Yogi having younger people being mods? I think he doesn't think it's safe. And it says a fresh start every single day and every single moment. Brenda Boy says, can you really ever start if it never ends? The concept can start. who you are doesn't need to start, but that all-encompassing awareness that is simply aware, simply aware, simply aware, no beginning, no end. Nope. However, remember, everything is spoken of in metaphors and ways that we can understand. Pointers. Never confuse the pointer for the actuality. That's the Zen concept of the master pointing at the moon and the student looking at the finger going, huh, the moon looks an awful lot like a finger. Don't confuse the pointer for the actuality. Ramana Maharshi likened it to having a thorn stuck in the palm, taking another thorn and removing it. But you don't keep both thorns unless you're a thorn collector. You know, we all need hobbies. But throw them both away. A new day for a new way. Perfect. Exactly. Every single moment. What's up, runner boy? I like the new deadlift videos. Ellie says, to be honest, I'm just wondering. Hey, Nature Lens. Good morning, Yogi. It's Tandra. I changed my name. Oh, wow. I like that, Tandra. Nature Lens. I like that, and it's very, very fitting for you. Of course, you'll always be Tandra to me. One of my all-time favorite people, let alone all-time favorite channels. Carl says, and I have kids as moderators, Ellie, because it breaks YouTube rules. Got you. Remember, for me, it's all about helping people make connections. And Tanja says, I thought it would be better for the channel. Thank you. You're welcome. And again, I think it really fits you. It really suits you and what you do. Ellie says, okay, Carl. Thanks for explaining for her, Carl. Carl is a good guy. He's very protective of his channel. And as he should be. Hey, F. Stott. How are you, my friend? Anna says, good morning to Tandra. Let's see, Alex says, I'm not really a mod, but if it makes you more comfortable, I don't mind not being blue on here, Carl. Ellie, that was very sweet of you. Would that make you feel more comfortable, Carl? Lucy says, for the S. Dot. Anna says, good morning to S. Dot. Tanya says, Anna, good morning. You've been having a good day so far, Anna? Guys, if you get a chance, head on over. Nature's Lens. Of course, his Irish piece are going to YouTube head office tomorrow. I hope it is a productive encounter. S. Dot, how's your morning going? Hey, Desi. Desi Food for Family says, like done. I appreciate that. Let's bring up Desi's channel real quick. And then I'm going to introduce another little prayer. Guys, I hope you can reach out to Desi Food for Family. All right. Hey, Mindy. Aloha. Let's see. When I have a hard time with that last one. I know it's Hawaiian. I appreciate the good morning. And it says, yes, Monet has been good so far, Yogi. Thank you. Ollie says, what does everyone want to do today? I want to see a bobcat in my neighborhood. Carl says, I've lost subscribers because of kids. I'm sorry, Carl. Anna did burpees and Mike Tyson push-ups this morning. Then I went for a walk. That sounds like a perfect way to start the day. Alex says, sorry, Carl. All right, here's the other thing I wanted to read. Saint Teresa's Prayer. This is Teresa of Avila, who was a contemporary of St. John of the Cross. St. John of the Cross wrote the classic Dark Night of the Soul, which is really an allegory for navigating the base layers of ego towards the light of God. Let's see. Tanja says, Yogi, how are you today? So far, I'm pretty good. Still early. It's just past 5:18. I love this prayer. This prayer is a meditation unto itself. I heard Kat mention to Marlon today about Course in Miracles and the mind training. If you kept this prayer in your back pocket, if you taped it to the dashboard of your car, if you thought of it often, if you sat down and meditated on it, just contemplating each word as it drops in the mind, as if a pebble being dropped into a still pool of water, rippling outwards to the rest of your life, it would be magic. Hey, Maddie. Mr. Yogi, my friend. How are you, Maddie? Maddie, how are you? Enjoyed your live stream yesterday. How's Chloe? How's Jordy? And how are the kids? Here's a prayer of St. Teresa of Avila. Let nothing disturb you. Let nothing frighten you. All things are passing away. God never changes. Patience obtains all things. Whoever has God lacks nothing. God alone suffices. If you don't like the word God, substitute it for the Tao or the universe or love or presence or the true self, whatever works for you. Let's read it again with that perspective. Let nothing disturb you. Let nothing frighten you. All things are passing away. Love never changes. Patience obtains all things. Whoever has love lacks nothing. Love alone suffices. It's the same thing, synonymous with the other as well. It is the bedrock of reality itself. When we are immersed and centered in the mind of love, because the mind itself is love, nothing can disturb us. Nothing can frighten us. It says here, all things are passing away, meaning something bad happens. Someone says something to you. Someone accuses you of something. Someone points a finger at you. Someone calls you a name. Someone does whatever. It's already done. It's already passing away. Everything is in motion. Everything is already passing through. Except for one thing. Love, God, the Tao, the universe. That remains. When you are centered in that, nothing can disturb you. Problem is staying centered in that, right? The ego removes us from that. Ego isn't good, it isn't bad, it just believes it is separate from the source itself. So when we identify with something that is separate, then we're always in that changeable world. And we're always affected by changes. And we're always affected by a change that we take as very real and it's going to be lasting. Oh my God, someone thinks this of me? It's got to be true. Or I believe it's true. Or what if other people think it's true? Now we're focused in that changeable change of change itself. Don't ask me to say that again. I don't think I could if I tried my hardest. This is why Buddha said that life is suffering. Life is suffering not because life is inherently sufferable. Third time was the charm. It is suffering because we place our faith and our trust in that which is always in motion, that which is always changing, and we want it to stay. We want the good things, the good opinion of others, to always be in place. We want the bad things to go as quickly as possible, if not come at all. And yet, life is a presentation of everything, of the good and the bad. Everything. Perceptions. And perceptions pass. So in order, as Buddha said, in order to escape suffering, place your faith on that which doesn't change. That's the journey, what seems like a lifetime. What doesn't change? If you were to sit and ask yourself, what doesn't change, what doesn't change? If you were to practice jhana yoga, the yoga of self-reflection, of self-inquiry. So what doesn't change? Think of this. When you were born, you were aware, but you had no labels for anything, right? You were aware of this person, that person. Doctor who for some reason is getting ready to spank me. What did I do? I was just born, and yet you're going to hit me? What a way to start the world, huh? We're aware of all this, but we don't have a label. Mom, dad, doctor. We just have awareness. When you are 4 years old, you have that same awareness, but now you have some labels for things. Mom, dad, tree, dog, right? When you are 14 years old, same awareness, still present. The same awareness, not a different awareness, the very same awareness. And yet now, not only do you have a world of all these things that you can identify, you are identifying as a thing yourself, a name, a concept, a label. But you remain pure awareness, and it's that same awareness that's there when you're 24, 34, 44, 54, 60. And it's the same awareness that is there the moment your identity as this small, limited self disappears within the ethers, and yet awareness, who you truly are, remains. What is aware of everything? God. What is God? Love. Everything is synonymous to the other. Love, God, universe, Tao. Descriptions of a description, and yet it never changes. Always present. It's who you are. Let nothing disturb you. Let nothing frighten you. All things are passing, except God alone never changes. Patience obtains all things, because awareness is truly ever patient, ever kind, ever tender. Whoever has God lacks nothing. God alone suffices. Our role, our job, the only thing we have to do, can you see the presence of God within another, despite the threatening guise that they put in front of us? Sometimes. Sometimes I can. Sometimes I can very clearly. Other times it's more challenging. Bless the challenging times. Bless the scruffy ruffian in front of you that is calling you names. Bless the petty tyrant, as Carlos Castaneda, the great Toltec seer. The petty tyrants. If you don't have a petty tyrant in your life, go out and find one. Someone's always ready to voluntarily step up and be that petty tyrant. Bless the punks. Bless the troublemakers. Bless the unruly elephants that show up in your life. They're doing you a favor. Can I see God here? All right. Sorry, guys. I lost track of everything. Hey, Falcon, my friend. Lucy says, but I'm trying not to lose you away. Hey, you know what, Lucy? Sometimes you will. But you're always going to have friends who are going to say, hey, take my hand and we'll walk through this together. Don't lose sight of those friends. You have a room full of friends right here who will say, you know, Lucy, right now you might have lost your way, but I'll take your hand and I'll do my best to guide you out. All of you guys do that for me. All of you guys. I'll tell you what, the very best live streams, people who don't even realize that they're offering you that guidance. If you show up at Maddie's live stream, he's that steady presence. He would make none of these claims on his own, but he's that place for me. I show up and you see the steadiness of Maddie. You see the love that him and Chloe have for each other and for their kids, for their family, for those who show up in his live stream. Maddie is steady. Think of Anna. Anna's here, and she's always this light. Even when she might not feel like a light, she still shines it very brightly. Hey, sissy. All of you guys, every single one of you guys, have been a light and a presence to me. I will do my best, I promise you, to return that favor. And there's going to be big times when I fail, when I mess up, when I make mistakes. We don't have to call each other out. We can just be gentle reminders. That's what I want to offer. Just a place of gentle reminders. Sissy said, God bless the punks. Amen, sister. Tanja says, Kat, good morning. Kat says, that was a great stream of consciousness, Yogi. Thank you. Thank you, Kat. Anna says, thank you so much, Yogi. Sometimes I think I'm too happy and I fear the future. You know, I talked about that the other day. We're so happy and then we stop and we think, uh-oh, when's the other shoe going to fall? Hey, Anna, what if there wasn't another shoe? What if the other shoe was already on the foot and both feet are planted firmly on the ground? Or what if we didn't need shoes at all and yet our feet were firmly planted in the earth from which we sprung from? Anna, you are a bright, bright life, and you're a wonderful presence in my life, and I'm so thankful that you're here. We got a few more minutes. Sissy says, just hop on one foot. Just hop on one foot. All you need. It's all you need. Sissy says, Yogi, I will send link when it's ready. I'm sorry, but I can barely move and speak. I want to cry, but it will only make it worse. Prayers. Right after this live stream, before I take my walk, I will do a few moments and I'll send some Reiki your way, Sissy. Hey, Desi. God bless you, brother. God bless you too, my friend. Guys, reach out. Connect with Desi Food for Family. Focus says, the meaning of life is to love and be loved. Yep. And he has the mic. Drop the mic. Awesome, Falcon. Hey, you might need to get some antibiotics in your system, sissy. Maddie says, I'm good. Thank you. We all hope you're well. Send you a pic. Oh, awesome. I didn't get the pic, but I'm looking forward to seeing it. So tomorrow, I think that we're going to have Martin Patet, who is a meditation teacher and student of Course in Miracles, come up in the evening. In the afternoon, we have Miss Blipper, Monday Miracles with Miss Blipper. Sissy says, I've been loading up on nature's antibiotics. Any elderberry? Good for the throat. Echinacea? Falcon says, I want to help them, but I don't know how. Who? Falcon says, oh, this might be a projection, but I come across many times that are come across many that are self-absorbed. Don't worry about helping others. That sounds like a contradiction, right? Because I want to help others too. But we can't always help others. Not in the way that we think. Because we don't know what's best for others. And it is a projection because everything is a projection. We're either extending love or we're projecting stuff, everything that is not love. And that's how we get the world of our perception. We get the story that we're telling. That's all we get. The story that we tell is based upon our beliefs, by the concepts that we hold dear, everything that we cherish, and we projected it outwards. And when it doesn't meet other people's ideas and concepts and stories and perceptions, we clash. We think that our perception is always clear, true, and right. Why can't people understand? Why don't they listen? Why don't they see? So, Falcon, the more that you practice forgiveness, and this is a different kind, this is a quantum forgiveness. This isn't a petitionary bargaining type of forgiveness. It is saying, I only know my own story. I can't know the story of another, so I forgive. I forgive my story of them. I forgive my story that I've been telling myself about this person. That's the nature of forgiveness. It sets you free and it sets that person free because now they no longer have to participate in the story that you're telling about them. And that's when things begin to change. You be the light that you cast out for others to see themselves clearly. It's all you got to do, Falcon. All you got to do. Kat says it comes down to telehealth. By calling the doctor and doing a Zoom call is really cheap and easy. It is. It is. And you know what? We always want to stay very, very clean and healthy. Eat a certain way, get a certain amount of exercise, right? Sometimes we need a little bit of help. Sometimes we need just that little bit to bring us back to center, bring us back to the balancing. We're never balanced, we're always balancing. You find that out as soon as you start doing Vrasasana, the tree pose in yoga. We're always in the process of balancing. For that moment, you might feel like you hit that perfect point, and then you waver, then you waver, then you waver, then you settle back down. Hey, go on, life. How are you, sir? Yogi, sir? I'm good, my friend. How are you? I saw you over at Cats. Did I see you over at Cats? Scott says, doing well. Thanks, Anna. Just relaxing, made you some meal prep. Hope you're well. Hey, Brian, you up early? Were you meditating? You got some reps today? Well, you always got reps. Falcon says, thank you, Yogi. You're welcome, my friend. Thank you for being here, Falcon. Anna says, we're always in the process of balancing. Lucy says, hello to Brian. Brian's up meditating. Me too. First thing I did. Up, breath work, meditating. My yoga asanas, my yoga postures as my coffee is brewing. Then I sit and write while I drink my coffee. I listen to Cat and Jack, part of my morning ritual. The Sermon of Cat. The Sermon of Cat and Jack. You never know what you're going to hear. But it's always loving. It's always full of love. Go on Life says, yes, sir, I'm fine. Brian says, yeah, I'm just meditating now. Won't work out for a couple of hours. You got anyone coming up with you today? Hey, Brian, have you been doing the man makers too? That says lots of tomatoes, onions, and garlic. I grew in the summer, so I have to use it all up. Awesome. That's that. I wonder how Brian, I wonder how Sniper's shamanic visioning went last night. Brian says, nope, no one today. Brian hasn't been doing those. Yeah, they're definitely tough. Go on Life says, Yogi, sir, my channel is not growing. Let's see. Let's see if we can fix that. Let's see if we can help you fix that. 10 more gets you to 500. Guys, Is anyone here not subscribed to Go On Life? So here's here's a suggestion from our great YouTube mentor, Toy Pups. Keep putting out shorts. How many shorts can you put out a day? She recommends a lot. Here's the general recommendation, though, which is less than what she says. 5 a day. If you could do 5 a day, your channel will start growing. But hey, guys, if anyone here can help a friend Go On Life, maybe if you're not subscribed, if you want to watch a playlist, if you can share him out. Lucy says, we love Toy Pups, sending her love. We absolutely do love Toy Pups. Appreciate the fact that she wanted to participate so much last night. She sent a song via Messenger. I need subscriber. I can relate. I was chugging along and then hit a bit of an imaginary wall. 10 more subscribers and I'm at 8,600. My goal is 10K and then I'll take a breath. I don't really have a goal. I say that I do. People will come. You know, we just keep doing what we can. I know it's been very difficult for people to get behind my own message. And I understand it's difficult for me to get behind my own message. I don't always want to welcome everyone in. I don't always want to be confronted and smile. You know, I hit the wall too. I get lost as well. But I'm committed to my practice. I'm committed to seeing language of the Course of Miracles, seeing the face of Christ. Language of Buddhism, finding the Buddha within. Recognizing that, seeing that wave all the way deep down through the appearance of another. I'm committed to that. Committed to a life of forgiveness. Remember, forgiveness is simply coming back to the present moment. Forgiveness is letting go of the thought of the possibility of having a better past. You're never going to have a better past. Ever. It's an impossibility. However, you can have a wonderful present moment. And as you enjoy the wonder of this present moment right now, it extends within the future. Because the future is just made of the awareness of this present moment, this present moment, this present moment. Take care of right now, because it's all you have. And the future handles itself completely on its own. Take care of right now. Sometimes right now, and I'm not putting this out there for any other reason except just popped up. Sometimes right now means getting a little help from your friendly neighborhood doctor or pharmacist. Just saying. Life says, yes, I always like to join you, sir. Thank you so much, my friend. All right, we're going to start going back for you guys. Go On Life. We got a bunch of stuff to do. Make sure that you are helping our friend Cat and Jack get to 4K subs. We have Tanja with her new channel, Nature's Lens. We have Brian Lane, who's getting closer and closer and closer to hitting 3K watch hours. No one deserves to be monetized more than that. We have our good friend Lucy, who tirelessly gives of herself, her tarot reading, and she is in so many people's live streams supporting and supporting and supporting. Sissy, just now starting to live streams, and when you start doing live streams, it becomes a game changer. Her hours are going to jump up. They jump up because we can appear and we can participate and we can give love. Our friend Carl has reached 200 subs, but we can help him do better. Whoever else, if I've missed anyone, let me know. I apologize. If you have a channel, if you're trying to grow it, Maddie, no F's, no frills, no mercy, who I was talking about that steady presence. So another guy, someone who he works tirelessly at his job, supporting his family, and then he comes home and he gives it all to his wife, his newborn child, little Jordy. But he also is around supporting other people. Let's give a little bit back. Our good friend Jamie. I'd like to see Jamie's channel keep growing and growing and growing. How you doing, Jamie? Our friend Flora. Guys, if you want to be a member of Flora's community, I am. Happily so. Fred, how are you? So, we're just going to shout things out for another couple minutes. I want to shout out our friend Jace, who, speaking of tirelessly, is always doing his Jace stuff. He's working out. He's inviting you to join him. He is ready to commit to your success in fitness, in health, and well-being. My opinion, the best YouTuber on the planet of YouTube, Eric Lapointe, always putting awesome shorts. And when he goes live, it's one of the most engaging live streamers out there. Today is Sunday. Goga is going to have his Sunday sermon up. I don't know what guest he has, but I know it's going to be a wonderful guest. Falcon says, sorry, I only have one meal a day and me hungry. I can understand that. I've been there as well. Fred, I hope you're well. All right, guys, I'm going to go out and look for a bobcat. Falcon says, Kalamata is boss. I never had an artichoke. Do good. I'd rather have asparagus. Lucy says, see you later, Yogi Eric. See you, Lucy. Get some sleep. We'll see you when you wake up. Tandra says, have a great day. You too, Tandra. Guys, make sure you head over to Nature's Lens. All right. Focus says, now I'm self-absorbed. Thou shalt not judge. Sometimes we all are. It's okay. The thing is, remember, just notice, where am I right now? Am I lost in my own thoughts of who I think I am? Am I lost in my selfishness, my pettiness? Am I lost in my desires? And it's okay to be. But as you notice, soften. I can let go just a little bit. I can do that physiological sigh, physically as well as eternally. Remember the physiological sigh. You take a deep breath in, double sip, sigh. Let it all go. And then proceed. You'll find a great moment of peace will follow, and then you get caught back up in all that crap again. Repeat. That's all you got to do. It's all okay. Seriously. It's all okay. Anna says, thank you so much for everything, Yogi, and everyone. Thank you, Anna. Thank you. All right. With that, I'm going to go. Love you guys. I'll see y'all later. 1 o'clock. Nothing big today that I am aware of. I don't think anyone's coming up. So we're just going to hang out, have fun through the day. Keep talking about this stuff. Keep doing what we do. All of us. You're welcome, sissy. We get some beaver blessings. I'm on the lookout. Hey, evil one. Later, everyone. Later, my friend. Take care, guys.